Good afternoon everybody. Today we are in Pound Hill North and I'm having a look around Grattons Park. There is a leaflet but I couldn't find it and I couldn't find it online. But it's quite a small park, so it's not going to take too long to have a look around, see what there is. And then after this, hopefully if there's enough time, I'm going to be having a look at Worth Park. Now now's a good time to look at some of the history of Pound Hill. It was originally a hamlet in the parish of Worth, and it was around 1809 that a turnpike was created between Hawley and Balcombe, now the Balcombe Road, which I shall show you here. So if you were to go east down the Turners Hill Road, you'd eventually come to St Nicholas's Church, which is an old Saxon church dating from around 800 AD. I've already covered that in one of my previous videos, so you know, go back, check that one out. There. Just goes to show what you can find when you do a little bit of off-roading. Because I kind of went my own way, I'm not too sure where I am at the moment. Pretty sure this is the right way. There's going to be a bridge probably down here somewhere, which is the official crossing, not just broken trees. Here it is, the actual bridge that I should have used. Okay, so a little bit more history of Pound Hill. So back in the 1920s and 30s, a lot of the large estates were sold off, which allowed for the development of the area, which led to about 102 houses being built along St Mary's Drive, which is the road where a lot of those smaller roads and T-junctions named after famous literary figures is located. Alright, so it looks like I'm coming to the end of the Grattons Park path. There's a tunnel off to my left and a big field off to my right, so let's go and have a look at some of these. That's the tunnel in the background there. I'm going to go and have a quick look at that. curious about what's down there. Let's go and have a sneaky look. This is what's at the end of the road. The beach is at Forge Wood. And next up is Worth Park. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. Hello. Hello. You're not an ignorant git, are you? Quite a few Canadian geese. Built to provide shelter so people could enjoy the views of the gardens. This is the Timeline Totem. The tree sculpture itself was designed and made by West Sussex-based sculptor Simon Groves in summer 2016. It was created from a storm-damaged tree and represents a timeline of the history of the park. The stag highlights the area as part of Worth Forest, an ancient woodland and hunting ground dating back to Anglo-Saxon times. The park became home to the Montefiore family from the early 1800s and is represented by the family shield. Books represent the private girls' school, Milton Mount College, from 1920 to 1960, and the park's resident flora and fauna complete the 22-feet totem. After Grattons Park and Worth Park, I just carried on walking north, so I'm probably about at the most northern part of Pound Hill North that you can get. Back that way is Pound Hill, and Worth and all that lot. If you carry on going forwards down this way, you've got Crawley, and then you've got Surrey and Sussex Crematorium, and then I'm actually just coming up to Forgewood on the right hand side. And there's a pub just past that. Can't quite see the name of it yet. I'll be there in a minute. Oh no, wait a minute, it's the Heathy Farm pub. And seeing as this is the most northern tip of my journey, I might as well stop in there for a pint. Right, I'll show you that in a minute. So I've actually managed to get as far as the Surrey and Sussex Crematorium and its Garden of Remembrance. So I've just been to the Surrey and Sussex Crematorium Remembrance Garden, and I didn't want to film myself talking in there because I thought it would probably be quite disrespectful, especially if there were people walking around, and I was kind of hoping to go in there thinking it would be a beautiful place to take some nice photographs in. And it was. It is. The work they do there is incredible. But the gardens go on. They just seem like they go on forever. And it's very sobering. Think of these people with all their lives. That these were real people who lived, in that there are people out there who are so consumed with hatred and petty things, and it sounds cliched, but celebrities and money and everything like that, and And really, you've only got one shot. You just got to try to be a good person. Love and help others. Okay, I've got to stop. Right, so I'm heading back into Pound Hill now. So I'm going south along the path I came from. And actually, this road which I'm walking along here, that's actually the Balkan Road that the turnpike was made out of. And obviously, like, if you head down in that direction, and that takes you off to Horsham. But anyway, I'm coming back along this way. Right, so after just almost getting run over, where was I? Right, so yes, we're along the Balkan Road now, so heading back into the north of Pound Hill North, and it's probably time for a bit more history. So yeah, it would help if I looked at the bit of paper that I wrote all the history down on. Right, so when Crawley Newtown was begun in 1957, Pound Hill was incorporated as one of the neighbourhoods of Crawley, and it was more or less finished in about 1956, but especially on the northern part of Pound Hill they kept on developing it, and that went on into the 70s, I think, until it was effectively finished. I just had to stop and record this tree with its branches. So I'm back on Grattons Park, finished with Worth Park. I'm going to try and head down a different pathway this time. It is actually getting quite dark, even though I do look quite, doesn't look quite bright, but it is darker. So I'm heading into the other side of Grattons Park now. I don't know if you can really tell on the film, but it's getting pretty dark now. Have you ever wondered why horses don't date each other? It's because they can't maintain a stable relationship.